Eurovision is the show you love or the show you love to hate. And are there two less qualified people to talk about it than us? It's the Deux Pois podcast.
Have you ever thought, how many pyrotechnic displays can you have in one song before the fire alarm is pulled?
What's better than a costume reveal? A costume reveal that goes wrong.
Oh my lord.
It's a little bit salty,
It's a little bit sweet.
but it's mostly salty as hell. Deux Pois podcast, available on all good streaming services.
Turkey struggled hard in Eurovision, and it wasn't until 1997 they reached the top 3 place. And after Sertab Erener's victory in 2003, they became a country to consider. In 1991, Turkey was represented by 3 happy youngsters who gave their country their second best place to that date. But they are possibly even better remembered for being on the receiving end of host Tutu Cutugno's lame attempt to joke about their song title, Iki Dakika, being hard to pronounce. This is your favorite podcast, Eurovision Legends, and I'm your host, Emil Löfström. Welcome to Eurovision Legends, Jean Uğurluer.
And thank you very much, Emil Löfström.
Great! You were very good in the pronunciation with my last name.
Thank you. You too, actually. I mean, the last names are difficult. The first names are okay, but last names are quite tricky. So you're very good too.
Thank you. What is your first memory of Eurovision Song Contest?
Actually, Emil, when I was a kid, it was my dream when I was a kid. Most of the singers in Eurovision, the participants in Eurovision Song Contest, to take part in Eurovision. I mean, that was a dream. And I said, okay, I will have that dream come true one way or another. So I worked hard and I made it happen. So for the first dream that I had, I could fulfill that dream. So I'm so happy for that. It was, a great honor and a big excitement for a 20-year-old kid, which I was, to sing there. I mean, I was very young, really. We were all three were 20 years old. So I think that's a quite young age to go to Eurovision. So I remember with excitement, with the pride, and with a little bit nervousness, because it was quite an exciting event.
Yeah, I can believe. And in 1990, you came second in the Turkish pre-selection with the song Hep o Şarkılara Söyle.
Exactly. Yeah, wow. Perfect. Yes.
And together with the two girls, Rüya Elsavci and Gülgün Yildiz.
Yes, exactly.
Was this the first time you tried to reach Eurovision?
Yes, in 90 it was my first time, and in 91 it was the second and the final one. And the two girls whom I was singing with, they became really popular stars in Turkey. They are still very famous.
You mean the girls from 90 or 91?
Yeah, 91. İzel and Reyhan Karaca, they are quite popular and they're well known right now. They released several albums afterwards.
Kimini sevda yakalar, kimini hayat hırpalar. Gel gör ki dert beni tutar. Kahrolsun şiddet, kahrolsun nefret. Sevmekse en büyük devlet. Kimini sevda yakalar, kimini hayat hırpalar. Gel gör ki dert beni tutar. Kahrolsun şiddet, kahrolsun nefret. Sevmekse en büyük
Can we go back to 1990? Because I
Sure.
wonder, who were these two girls?
These two girls were some, people from the music industry, and Ria was a little bit older than me, and she was more famous actually in the Eurovision Song Contest finals. She participated a lot, and so she was like the star of the three of us. So Ria and Gülgün Yıldız was another singer from conservatory. So we just got together. So
Yeah.
it was by coincidence, really coincidence. This the first year it was our getting together was coincidental.
And the winner was the singer Kayahan Açar,
Mm-hmm.
who sadly passed away 5 years ago. Was he the rightful winner?
Yes, he was the winner, and he's a rightful winner. And his album sold out millions, and he's a big singer. He's huge, really. So I was so happy to be on stage with him somehow. I mean, not together with him, but at the same stage, a couple of minutes earlier. But I was very happy to be competing with him because he's like a big star figure for me.
Hay la la la la, la la la la, içimde martılar. Hay la la la la.
The song İki Dakika, which
Yes.
you competed with the year after, was composed by your father,
Yep.
Şevket Uğurluer.
Uğurluer, yeah, that G with a thing on top of it is a silent G in Turkish, actually. So it's like a long U. Yeah.
Uğurluer.
Yes,
And
perfect. Wow, you're talented, Emil.
thank you. By lyrics of Aysel Gürel.
She is a legendary lyricist. She is, I think, one of the most outstanding songwriters in Turkey, Aysel Gürel. She passed away too, more than 10 years ago. She has written most of the popular Turkish songs in Turkey, and she left behind many, many popular songs after her death.
Was İki Dakika the only song that your father and Aysel presented to this project?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Sen bak sen de haydi bak, günler dönecekmiş gibi geçiyor oysa. Bunu unutma. Yine de yıllar geçecek aslında, yaşa yeter ki gidene aldırmam doya doya. 2 dakika.
How come you asked İzel and Reyhan?
Actually, I'm glad that you brought up the first Eurovision contest, that we became second. Normally, it's like the Turkish finals were like the grand final. Normally, it would be held in Ankara, the capital.
Yeah.
And we would, from Istanbul, would go to Ankara we will be in a hotel, like a camp, young singers and musicians. And the big orchestra was, staying in that hotel too. So it was a hotel full of musicians. And during the day, we were rehearsing. At night, we were making, prova general rehearsals. And at the final Saturday, we were to compete. And in that 1 week of our stay in that hotel, we met with İzel and Reyhan, and we became close friends, actually. They had their own songs in the 1 year before. And we became friends, and we were seeing each other between 90 and 91. So in 91, when this song came up, we decided to say, okay, what if, because our voices were going going quite well. So we were singing together, and you could see that it's the voices were very, they sounded very well. So I said, why not singing together and make the song a beautiful one, and we were dancing together in our social lives, and why don't we use that synergy on stage? Maybe it will have a good impact. So that's how we became.
And in this pre-selection in 1991, your old friend from 1990 competed too, Roya Evsavci,
Yeah.
with the song Turkish Delight.
Yeah, and she became third.
Exactly.
Şimdi evet evet evet bu Turkish Delight. Evet evet evet bu Turkish Delight. Evet evet evet bu Turkish Delight. Evet evet evet bu Turkish Delight. Evet evet evet
song, and I think she sang it perfectly.
But you won, so the trip went to Rome, since Toto Cotugno won the year before with Insieme.
Insieme, yes.
What are your memories from the host city?
Oh, well, Rome is like, if you've been to Rome, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes,
it's
yes,
like
of course I've been there.
You've
love
been
Rome.
there.
Yeah.
It's like, living in, 2,000 years ago. I mean, it's like amazing. It's an open museum with all the beautiful buildings and the beautiful people. And it's a city with no hills. So there are lots of, motorbikes. And the Vatican is so magical. And it's so powerful and beautiful. I love the city. And the fact that it was made in Cinecittà, the film studios of Italian movie scene. So they made the show in Cinecittà, so it was a big thing for us too to be in that studio, and you could see all the movie effects that they were using, the little buildings that they were using in the movies. So you could see those at the streets while we were walking to the auditorium. We was just walking past them, so it was so magical. It was so magical to meet Toto Cotugno and Gigliole Ciquetti. And I recall Amina, who became second.
Yeah.
With the same points with Carola. And really, if you ask me, my winner, Amina was my favorite, not Carola. She was my winner. I mean, I think if you listen to Amina's song, even now in 2020, the melody and the way it was arranged is still contemporary. That's you listen to it, you don't feel that it's a song from 91. You feel that it's a song from 2020 even now.
C'est le plus fort qui a parlé, qui a raison. De toute façon,
In a previous episode, I talked to Alexandros Panayi from Cyprus, and I talked to Amina too in this podcast from your year.
Oh.
But Alexandros Panayi from Cyprus, who was backup singer for the Cypriotic singer Elena Patrouklou this year, and he told me that everything was very chaotic in Rome. Every rehearsal was totally different to the previous one. How was your experience?
Well, the organization was very chaotic. The places where the cameras were shooting were perfectly shown, but the places that the cameras were not showing was not very good, in a good shape. But it was clever in a way. But when you see on TV, it's like a perfect show, a perfect place. And even, we went into the auditorium and I saw the construction of people who were sitting, like in theater design, and it was like roasted iron. I said, what's this? I don't want to touch these things because the iron is oxidized. And with the red at night, when they put a red light on them, they looked like rustic wood. And it was like, wow, it's, the Italians know show business. I could say that, really. As for the organization, it was not very perfectly organized. But as for the sound and the rehearsals that we did, our rehearsals was Monday and Wednesday. On Monday, after the last shots, they took us to a room and they asked us, what are the problems? I said, I cannot hear my voice. I hear Izel's voice more. All the complaints we said. And on Wednesday, everything was set. Everything was fine. So I never, I don't think that way. But all the places that the cameras were not taking was not very looking good.
Did anything special happen behind the scenes in Rome that you can share with us?
Yes. In the first, that was so embarrassing. In the first welcome dinner, all the newspapers reporters wanted to take pictures of the countries that were not very good politically. Which were Greece and Turkey, Cyprus and Turkey, and Israel and Turkey.
Yeah.
And so we went to Sofia Vosu, a very beautiful singer, and her song was excellent, Iannixi as well.
costi, al mio cor mi amasti, mi cremasti. Tänne, sanabeeni ääniksi, tänne, uranuukan ääniksi, tänne, sanabeeni ääniksi.
I was holding a glass of something in my hand, and when I was approaching her, I dropped the glass, and the water or whatever drink I was having spilled on her dress. And I said, oh my God, I'm so sorry to do that. I mean, I really didn't mean that. So it was such a delicate thing, you know. Greece and Turkey, you know, we were always like dogs and cats, and now they were getting together to have, you know, nice picture, and I'm spilling my drink over her. I said, I'm very sorry, and she was so humble. I said, oh, this is good luck. She said, thanks God. And so that was a very interesting thing to do. And that same day, it was İzel's birthday, and we asked Toto Cotugno to say a few words about that, and he misunderstood us. Toto Cotugno thought that we want her to sing, and she grabbed her arm, and she, you know, threw her to the stage. And she was there alone, and with all the Eurovision singers, you know, eating. And she was there. She sang "Killing Me Softly" immediately. But it was a very interesting and very powerful. And you know, you should ask her. It's a very powerful thing for her.
Were everyone friendly to you?
Yeah, I don't know. I should answer that politically, but I don't know. I remember Cyprus not being very friendly. Nothing happened, but they didn't want to take a picture with us. And I remember the Austrian guy, you know, just, you know, he was entering the green room and just pushed me away, and he just went in, like hit me from my shoulder, just, you know, get away from me, that sort of thing. That was the two incidents I remember, which was not very friendly.
And he came last.
Yeah. Well, God's justice.
Absolutely. You got a 12th place, and this was the second best place ever for Turkey till that date.
Exactly, yes. We were very happy with that, yes.
Yeah, because in 1986, clips were online with the song Haley got a 9th place.
Yes, yes.
Hey, sevgili dünya, gülmeye başla, sonsuz olsun kahkaha. Hey, sevgili dünya, gülmeye başla, sonsuz olsun kahkaha. Bir müjde, şu kalplere.
Were you happy with that placing?
Yeah, it would be better maybe, but at least we were not embarrassed with the result, at least. It was not a result that would, you know, put us in shame and when we were getting back to our country.
As you were present in the green room, how did you experience the chaos that erupted when the two top songs were tied with the same score?
It was such a big chaos. Nobody understood what was going on. We were waiting, and Carola was on the desk thinking that she won, but they said, no, you didn't, you haven't yet. So there was a big commotion, corruption there. And actually, it was that year that I learned the rules in Eurovision. I mean, not many years this thing happens, that they count the 12s, and the 12s, the number of 12s were exactly the same, and then they counted the 10s. I think Carola's 10 points were more. That's why she won. So we learned that rule afterwards, but there was a big commotion there.
You said before you preferred the French song.
Amina song, yes.
But who was your favorite of them all?
Amina was my favorite, and there is a second favorite one, which nobody talked about, is Peppino Di Capri, Italian song.
Giro, giro, mondo, giro, chiesa, tutte stelle, non si può fermare. E canta una canzone che nessuno sente, che nessuno sa. Ma sempre così, sempre sarà. amore che laga ci fa gamba.
And the third one, Clouseau's song,
From
Give It
Belgium.
Up. Yeah, Belgium. I love that song. To be honest, I'm sorry from the fans, but Carola was not in my top three. I didn't like the song at all. I mean, I don't know why, but Amina's song, Clouseau's song, and Pepino Di Capri's song was my favorites.
What happened in your life after Eurovision?
We were so popular in 91, you cannot imagine, because Eurovision was very popular in Turkey back then. And before us, Kayahan went. I mean, he was so big when he went to the Eurovision. So afterwards, I mean, three kids who were 20-year-old, three kids were a shock for everyone. So, I mean, we were very young for everyone. So we became the attention of the press, and whatever we did was on the news. We were entering a McDonald's, for instance, and all the faces were looking at us. So I experienced stardom back then. It was such a big thing. And when we got back, all of us wanted to release albums to use that fame. So it was such a good feeling to be presenting your country. When you present, it's not Emil Löfström who's on stage. It's your country on stage. It's a very interesting, quite heavy, honorable, important, you name it, it's there. So I think it was honorable thing. I think when we get back, and there were no cellular phones back then. There was no social media, and even despite of the social media, the non-existence of the social media, we were on the news, mainstream news all the time. So it was quite interesting and nice.
But did you record any more songs together with Reyhan and İzel?
No, we didn't.
Why?
Because İzel and her two friends were about to establish their own band. So İzel just dropped out of the group immediately. After 1 month, they released their own album with İzel and her own group. And then they released several albums actually. And then İzel, got separated from that group as well later on. And she released her own albums. And Reyhan as well, she was working with Zerrin Özer, a big artist, singer in Turkey. And Zerrin Özer promised her to make Reyhan an album, sponsor an album, which she did. So that's why our pathways were set while we were at Eurovision. So we were like a Eurovision project.
And after Eurovision, you recorded an album yourself, which was named Kim Kim.
Yeah.
And let's listen to my favorite song from this album.
Oh, okay.
Grev yok, aşka grev yok, gençlik aşkı bu. Boş laf, hepsi de boş laf, hep dedikodu. Grev yok, aşka grev yok, gençlik aşkı bu. Bir tas çorba oldu da bitti, aşkını buldun mu? Grev yok, aşka grev yok, gençlik aşkı bu. Boş laf, hepsi de boş laf, hep dedikodu. Grev yok, aşka grev yok, gençlik aşkı bu. Bir tas çorba oldu da bitti, aşkını buldun mu?
We have just heard the song Aşka Grev Yok.
Yeah, I wrote the song and I wrote the music and Aysel wrote the lyrics.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This is a happy pill.
Yeah, it's a happy pill. Yeah.
Did your father write more songs to you after this album?
No, actually, he hasn't. And after this album, because I had my education in mechanical engineering and business administration and afterwards marketing, I decided to do business life and leave show business for some time. And I went into pharmaceutical business. I worked for pharmaceutical industry for quite some time. And then I got back to music and I was on stage for several years. And now I'm doing them both. I have a YouTube channel. And now I have 5 new songs in this pandemic times, I wrote, and hopefully I will release them this year, hopefully.
Great.
Yep.
Did you try to reach Eurovision more times?
No, I haven't. Only twice I represented, and then nothing. I didn't do anything.
Do you have any favorite among Turkey's songs in Eurovision since 1975?
Actually, I love our first competitor, participant, Seninle Bir Dakika, who sang what Semiha Yankı. I love that one.
Hasret tükenmez gibi kavuşmak bir dakika, sevmek bir ömür sürer, sevişmek bir dakika.
I love Petrol of Ajda Pekkan.
Aman petrol canım petrol, artık sana muhtacım petrol. Aman petrol canım petrol, artık sana.
I love. You remember Dinle, the Turkish song who became third?
That's my favorite.
Your favorite. The same singer sang a song 1 year before.
Exactly. Besimsi Mevsim.
The fifth season.
Yeah.
I love that song too.
Hep sondu, hep zordu, çok yordu yollar. Sen orada, ben burada, makyasta yıllar. Beşinci mevsime uyansa düşlerim, hayaller ölmeden gel.
And she actually participated 1998 too and came second. And that song is fantastic too.
Yeah, I love that song. I know that song. It's a pity that they didn't give it to her that year.
Yes,
Beautiful.
absolutely. The Turkish Radio and Television Corporation TRT announced their withdrawal from the Eurovision Song Contest 2013 in late 2012, citing dissatisfaction with the rules of the competition. And in August 2018, Ibrahim Eren, the general manager of TRT, stated that TRT doesn't plan to rejoin the contest and break the boycott for various reasons. What is your opinion that Turkey doesn't take part in Eurovision anymore?
I really do not like that, Emil. I mean, I think every country, not only Turkey, but every single country, no matter what, should participate in that contest, because it's not a race. It's a festival. It's, people gather and, flags, parties everywhere. It's good for the countries, advertising themselves, and it's good for the cultures to get together, and it's good to reduce the barriers between countries. I think Turkey should somehow get rid of the boycott. I don't know what that is for, but I really don't know who decided that. And I'm against it. Whoever asks me in Turkey, I said, no, we should go back and we should participate in the contest. That's what I say, because it's a beautiful thing to be there. And I think Turkey is one of the countries who give a different touch in songs because of the different culture. I think we should participate no matter what.
I totally agree. And Turkey and Israel is often my favorites in Eurovision.
Israel too. I love Israel. Yes, I agree with you. Definitely.
Do you think Turkey will come back to the competition?
I'm sure, definitely. Definitely. I mean, not very far away. I think we'll come back. Hopefully.
Çok teşekkürler Can.
Rica ederim. Ne demek? Thank you very much for inviting me. And it was a great pleasure talking to you, Emil.
And thanks to you, all listeners out there in the world. It's an amazing feeling to reach out to such a fantastic audience. Don't forget to subscribe on your podcast platform and follow Eurovision Legends on Facebook and Instagram. And if you want to contact me, my email is emil@schlagervanorna.se, and you can find more information on eurovisionlegends.se. What do you say? Shall we end the show with Iki Dakika in English?
Wow, that would be great. That would be great. We had Italian version as well, thinking that maybe if we won, we would sing Turkish, Italian, and English in three languages. Yeah. Io e te per la vita noi, a te per questa musica vivi, un grande amor. That was the lyrics. But we didn't record it. We were just, we knew how to sing it, but we didn't record it. We just recorded the English version, whose lyrics were written by myself and Fatih Erkoç, a great singer, a jazz singer as well in Turkey. And I would say hi and give my love to all the Eurovision fans out there. We miss you all, guys, and hopefully we will be back very soon. Somehow we will rejoice the Eurovision fun altogether.
Yeah, let's hope for that.
Thank you very much, Emil, for this wonderful chat. Kisses and hugs.
Kisses
See you
and
later.
hugs. Take care.
You too, Emil. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You